Today's show is brought to you by Amazon.com. To shop at Amazon, just click on the Amazon square on my website, and instantly you will be inside, ready to browse, search, and add to cart. We're here at Frosinone, ready to do the first Gran Fondo Matese.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Una donna forte, già pronta per la gara?
Sì, ma non forte.
Il video?
Sì.
Non lo mette poi.
About 8:15 in the morning, on Sunday morning, in this beautiful Matese Mountains. The official race map is incredibly detailed, but very hard to read. Using Google Maps, I had a much clearer picture of Frosinone to Campitello, the descent from Frosinone down to the valley, crossing the valley floor, and then the arduous climb up that Giro d'Italia course to Campitello. But it just took a salt tablet. Quanto tablette di sale? Tu hai preso una?
Ma poi dopo ogni tanto.
Ogni tanto. There's good advice. Take a salt tablet. Ogni tanto. Every once in a while. There's some smart tips to be learned from these experienced racers.
I suppose I'll be on Facebook this evening.
Lei dove viene? Dove viene?
Termoli.
Termoli. Vieni con una squadra? Aiutarti?
Il mio fidanzato.
Solamente?
No, da sola, faccio la gara da sola.
Da sola? Che brava, che brava.
Sta riprendendo.
Sì.
In inglese.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
100 kilometers.
100.
100 kilometers. It's enough.
Bello, bello.
It's enough for me.
Ma soprattutto nel luogo padre maestra.
Finally, we're off. We slip under the start tube and start pedaling. The race is sponsored by the Centro d'Italia. It's one of the 10 stages of this 6-month stage race, and it's exciting to be here. It's easy to hold my place in the pack at the beginning, but once these young guys get revved up, they're going to be gone. Now let's skip ahead 45 minutes into the race to see how things are shaking out. I keep hoping this group will form up and work together, but so far it's just a pretty ragtag. There's a beautiful view of the Matese Mountains there on the left. Now we're really descending pretty fast. Here comes one of the support vehicles, right on down to the valley floor. The road is starting to flatten out here as we get pretty close to the valley floor, and the Matese Mountains are looming larger as we get closer to them. Here's the race guards keeping traffic off the road. The road is closed to vehicles at this point, except for support vehicles. We've crossed the valley floor now, and here's the intersection. We turn off this main road onto a small road, go through this town, and the climbing begins. Approaching another village, we get to look at their decorations for their festival days. They have a series of lights. They light up the main streets at night. Pretty spectacular. Outside of town, it's flat again. Whoops, another ambulance. Looks like somebody else fell down, had an accident. Soon we're climbing in earnest, pedaling in our lowest gears. Occasionally we get glimpses, like off to the left, of the valley floor as we climb and climb and climb. This climb we're on goes from San Massimo on the valley floor to the ski area Campitello Matese. This climb has been featured 7 times in Italy's national bicycle race, the Giro d'Italia. First in 1969 and most recently in 2002. This climb is 13.5 kilometers in length and climbs 850 meters in altitude with an average gradient of 6.4%, making it one of the most challenging Giro uphill finishes in the Apennines. You might say long, continuous climbs are the signature of the typical Italian Gran Fondo. So be sure to have a big cassette, have nice climbing gears when you go to ride a Gran Fondo. It's absolutely addicting, habit forming, believe me. We're at the second water stop. Feverishly getting our water, pouring it on our heads. So we leave Campitello and continue climbing up the road to the summit of these Matese Mountains, the mountain pass that we'll use to turn back. Well, watch out for the sheep ahead. So it can be a little bit dangerous. And at the summit, there's a nice water stop. I'm losing precious time to stop and make this video, but I'm riding this race for fun, not for money. I'm here at the first switchback at the top of the descent. Here comes one of my buddies. Over this man-made reservoir that provides the drinking water for the Boiano Valley. Here starts a series of switchbacks. We're getting closer to this blue lake. It's the bluest lake I've ever seen, aquamarine. Had to just stop here at one of my favorite towns, Guardia Regia. Be sure and check with the native Italian on the pronunciation of these towns. Here we're doing our final descent into Boiano on the Boiano Valley. Straight ahead across the valley is the plateau where we started. That we'll be climbing back up to Frigilone to finish the day.
Ciao!
Piaciuto la gara?
Sì, mi è piaciuto. Tutta la salita è stata bellissima.
I'm talking with the guy that I rode in with. Tu hai fatto foto del
Io ho fatto
lago?
le foto, sì.
Complimenti al sistema della gara. Mi chiamo Michael. Andrea. Now we're going to head over to the pasta party. The banner for the Centro d'Italia stage race lists all the races. A lot of water drunk today. The medical staff seems to be in a good mood. Io, North Carolina.
Carolina.
Sì, sì. Grazie.
Ciao, North Carolina.
Ah,
ciao.
Bello, bello. Grazie. Grazie.
You're welcome.
Rocco.
Michael. Piacere. Rocco did the long route. He's finished his food in 4 seconds. 140 chilometri. 145. Mamma mia.
144 salita.
144 was straight up. We've wiped out the pasta. Congratulazioni.
Grazie.
No, è dura per tutti, è stata dura, o no?
Pedalabile.
Pedalabile. Bravo. Arrivare, sempre arrivare.
Driving back from Napoli, I had to stop my car and look back from Frosinone over the valley past Boiano. You can see clearly in the distance, in the middle of the valley, up to the Matese Mountains. Remembering this loop we did today, up to the Mateses, around through Guardia Regia, down through Boiano, and back climbing up to Frosinone. What a loop. Thanks again to our sponsor, Amazon.com. To shop on Amazon, just click on the Amazon square on our website and you'll be inside. See you next week.